Oh man.
Garlic neck.
Oh boy. Oh golly. Oh jeez.
That's
How you feel about the white man's voice? Like, Doug, this is for you. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what do you? How
So
you
guys,
feel
I'm
about
just happy to be here. It's a spectacular day outside. I'm really happy.
yeah, like how you feel about like black people doing the white person's voice during the comedy skit? Do you think it's accurate?
Yeah, I mean that cliche exists for a reason for sure. But I think what might be missed is, white people make fun of the same type of white person. So
I see somebody
I don't
do
get
that.
talked about enough.
I seen somebody do that shit before.
Word.
Yeah. So is the asshole completely sewed together, or is it like they put a peg in there?
yeah, they remove, and I'm actually fairly certain they do it from the inside out. So you get gutted like a pig. You get a slice in your stomach and in your ass crack, like matching type scars. But I think they pull it out through your incision in your stomach, and then yeah, it's stitched up. And depending on the person, it can. I mean, it took me over a year and a half, and it still hadn't completely healed. So I had to have another minor corrective surgery to get it to heal.
Wow.
So yeah, they do stitch it together.
Wow.
God damn, bro.
Well, at least you don't got to worry about a female putting her finger up your ass.
Yeah, that now I can't talk about pegging, but whatever.
Yeah, they'll get a surprise if they try.
Yo, red flags in the relationships.
Mhm.
No,
Are you staring at? I was just like, what is he looking at right now?
I was trying to be funny.
Oh shit.
So, welcome everybody. No, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Way
But
past that.
no, I know. So today we're gonna be talking about red flags. Like things to look out for when you are engaging in a relationship, becoming one with your mate. I do have a quick statement, a diatribe that I need to go off on right quick because I have a relationship with Chipotle, and I have to address a red flag. So I need you motherfuckers to step it up and give me more than 2 scoops of plastic spoon rice. Okay. We come in after a long day of a 9 to 5. We hungry. We going home. You know what I'm saying? We hungry again, and we going home again. Yo, just put more fucking rice in the fucking bowl, man.
Sounds like a toxic relationship.
Yo,
to
it's
me.
very toxic.
Saying it like it's us. Like we go.
I'm just saying, man. I need more than that.
I ain't gonna front. I only went to Chipotle like once.
I don't
in my
even
life.
like Chipotle, bro.
Really?
You on your own, dog.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know.
You gotta go to
people love
Moe's.
Yeah, nah, you with the people, but I don't even
Nah, I'm
eat
just
Chipotle. My girl like that shit.
it. Really? Yeah, man, listen. They give you 2 pieces of rice and then tell you to be happy with that shit. I mean, you don't even got to pay for an extra scoop of rice. Just throw the motherfucker on there.
They act like they own the place.
Yo, seriously.
for the one time I've been there.
Damn Chipotle. So you guys got Qdoba up here?
Hell no.
Damn, that's
even
like
know what
their
that is.
competition in Long Island, and people say it's way better.
That sounds like a hex.
It's basically the same thing, but it's like way better.
Got
Wow.
a voodoo curse.
Yeah, nah.
Qdoba.
I mean, but what's so good about them? I only get the rice bowl. So I don't know
What
like
I'm hearing, flavor and variety. They
Mm.
got Chipotle beat. So I obviously I can't really speak on it because I don't Chipotle like that.
Right. Yo, Doug, what you choose?
Even when I ask for a double scoop and pay for, like, usually chicken or steak, they're always stingy as fuck with that. You ask for 2. I've actually told them, like, no, go back. That's not a full scoop, And then basically they'll get pissed and just dump maybe 3 or 4 scoops in, but whatever. That's what they do.
God.
Yeah, that's what it is. Get them mad at you. I'll throw a
Yeah.
whole bunch of fucking rice on your bowl.
You think people still spit in people's food?
Oh,
when they
hell
fight?
hell yeah.
Yeah. You seen that movie where they was scratching dandruff in the fucking food?
Fuck, what was it? That was, oh man, I know it was at the fast food
Yeah.
with Dane Cook and
Yup.
that one, yeah. Nah, it was fuck, a lingerie. I don't fucking know.
That's
I can't think of what it's called.
I'm getting to the
like
point where I don't even really
Smart.
trust like fast food places anymore because it's just like a lot of people are nasty, bro. And,
fucking
like,
spontaneous conversation throwing me
oh,
off
yeah,
right
that
now.
ass,
I'm like,
that ass.
Yeah, my
can't
bad.
even
I just had to
think-
get that out because that is a relationship that I have with them. I keep going there. I go there at least twice, 2 or 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And I just, if this could get to somebody that is either the president or fucking.
yeah, if the president of Chipotle is listening, please
That'd be wild.
Please
include more
give-
scoops, nigga.
Give niggas more rice.
Waiting. That was the name of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Waiting. And it was Dane Cook and it was fucking the fuck is his name?
That wasn't Ryan Reynolds. That was Dane Cook.
No, both of them were in it.
Oh wow,
Oh,
Ryan.
They all look the same.
Oh wait. Yup, both of them were in it. Yup.
Wow.
All right,
Red
so
flags, man.
yeah.
I got
So
one.
all right,
But
bet.
it
Start us
wasn't-
off. Let's get it
It
going.
wasn't when like prior to. Well, technically, I'm gonna just talk.
Yeah, do it.
Niggas is hoes. All right. So there's this one ex of mine. No name, no blame. She had a reputation of being promiscuous, and I ignored it. I was young.
So hold on. What's the context of this relationship? Like, were you like at a point where you were like, all right, like I want a steady
Nah,
girlfriend, or
it's
so you were
just
hopping
that.
around?
I was fucking around myself. but
Okay, cool.
It's
But you
like
weren't feeling.
we both did.
All right.
So we both did. And like at the time I ignored like that she was basically a thought, but
How did y'all meet? Like, did you meet
Um,
through what is
I
it,
think I hit-
promiscuity?
nah. I think I hit her up on Instagram or some shit like that. I had a
Mm.
good run with that too. But that's besides the point. Fast forward, we're probably like a year and a half in or 2. I can't really remember.
Damn.
And, like,
dang,
we-
no fling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
nah. I'll say the name off camera, and you'll be like, oh. So we're like together, kind of, but it's like sort of rocky. And
Balboa.
yo, facts. And we were like, we got to a point where like, yo, let's work on us. Let's try to get back together. All of a sudden, she started talking about like this guy. Now I've been with this girl for 2 years. I know all her guy friends. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing a new name. Red flag of number 1. I'm no fool, bro. So I'm like, I never heard this nigga in my life. I was like, I trust her. I'm gonna let her rock.
Like, how did it come up? Like, she was talking about.
It's like, oh, I was having a bad day, and so brought me like flowers. It'd be nice, and I'm like,
Whoa,
yeah, word. Now,
that would be nice though.
word. Mind you, I'm not jealous like that. Like, if that's truly a friend,
Yeah.
that's cool. I fuck with that.
Yeah, but dudes don't just be
Dudes
buying.
don't be doing that
unless
like,
they trying to.
hit.
Yeah, exactly.
They trying to hit, bro. And I never heard of this nigga before in my life.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh yeah, nah, something is
Okay.
up. So I'm the type, bro. I'm not gonna get mad, start flipping. Who the fuck is that? Nah.
That's
I'm
me.
gonna just take a mental note. I'm gonna just write that shit down. So time goes on.
Building the case
Word.
like that.
Time goes on. I'm out in Cali, and some shit goes down. And basically, I'm not like, her parents hit me up and basically said, "My nigga, you can't come through no more." And I was like, all right, whatever. Come to find out, this chick is going to Florida with the dude, and is basically with him.
Mm.
I got a random ass phone call. Now I gotta tell the whole story. I'm in Cali, minding my business, trying to see the stars and shit on the boardwalk. I get a phone call from this random girl, and she's like, "Do you know so and so?" And I'm like, "Nah, who is this?" Come to find out, it was his ex that he was cheating on with the girl that I was with. Word.
Did you pound it when she came?
So now I could have easily went back to New York and like smashed, like revenge and all that. But I was so like, cause she like hit me up and I was like, yo, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I was like, you're probably not gonna realize this. If we do that, we're
Yeah.
letting them win because they expect us to do that shit.
Mm.
So I'm not like, I would love to get head, but I don't buy my.
Did you love the girl that took part in that?
I don't know if I did. Like
Mm.
this, and that's even deeper though. I don't think I did. I think I just liked her a lot
Quarter pounder.
with cheese.
And this was a year and a half into dating her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like we said I love you and shit, but I've been in love before, bro. And
You know the feeling.
yeah, and like it wasn't that. I just really liked her a lot. Like I really
Yep.
cared about her.
But what if there's a such thing as, because all I think all versions of love are different for different people that you got. So like if you was with one girl, your love for her was superseded the last girl you was with, and blah blah blah. Do you think that was just it?
That could
You
have
loved
been the case.
one girl more than the other one?
That could have been the case. And I was like in college, so I'm trying to like, do my own thing, but I don't know. I definitely didn't love her. I liked her a lot though.
So for you gentlemen, what was like one of the your first relationships? What were one of the first red flags that you ever noticed in your your first relationships that you had?
Probably like I'll say this. I'm not a jealous dude at all. So a red flag for me kinda is guy friends that are being brought up late in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If I know of them early on and prior to us even dating, I don't give a fuck when you hang out with them.
Yeah, because it's like suspect, like when you bring them up late,
Random.
because you're like, why you hiding?
Right.
Word.
So
And,
what
like,
about if like somebody just comes in though, like she at work and shit, and
I'm for that if you mention it. But if I'm finding out like a month later, yeah, I'm going to hang with so and so, and you never talk about this nigga in your life, I'm like,
right?
who the fuck is this? But like I said, I ain't gonna get mad. Take a mention because the way I work, bro, if I find out you're cheating, obviously I'm gonna feel the way. I'm gonna be tight. I'm not gonna go and like beat you or do some verbally abuse. I'm not gonna do that. I'm
That's
just
me.
gonna do some. I'm gonna fuck one of your friends or something. I'm gonna do something I know is gonna hurt you. I could beat your ass. You're gonna heal.
Yeah, but then you get fucked up though, because like,
How?
well, because you get arrested, you know.
What
You said beat your. No, I'm saying you're saying this is the reason why you would not beat their ass like physically,
Right.
is because like in the end you'll lose because
Right.
you'll get a charge.
Exactly. I'm
and
gonna
all
get
stuff like that.
charged and shit,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna look like a scumbag.
Right.
But you the one that really made me mad. Like,
got that
like
rap.
I'm not gonna go around and do nutty shit. I'm gonna try to probably fuck one of your friends or something. There's something even more worse. Imagine like you get cheated on, right? You don't get mad, you don't say nothing. Then the girl finds out, damn. After he find out, he stayed with me, but this whole time he's been fucking my sister. I would do some shit like that. Like I'm a fucked up guy. I'm gonna get my revenge, but not in the way that you think. Word.
You think that's a red flag for the women?
Oh, hell yeah. I would hope they write that
Yeah,
down.
you-
But if you don't get to the point where you're like fucking me over or treating me like shit, you don't gotta worry about it.
I wanted to go back though, you to your story real quick, and like you were talking about how you guys told each other you loved each other. Do you think like that's a red flag? Like where you feel like you're not, like you question like love, like and what like you know what I'm saying? Like, so for you to tell her that, you think that's like a red flag for them?
Nah,
For you?
because I loved her as a person, so I technically did love her,
But not in
but
love
not
with her.
in that way that I might think it should be.
So you're not in love with her, but like if she got in a car accident or something like that, you'd be like,
No.
I'll help you.
Yeah, like I'm gonna like if she got
Care
into a
for
car,
her,
I
yeah.
care for her. I
Right.
love her as a person, so I do love her.
Right.
But in love, I wasn't sure. if I
Right. So you think that's fucked up though? Like to tell somebody that you are, well, so here's the thing. This is what people do, and they don't really analyze it. They just take it for what it is, and then they fucking do. So they go, I love you, fucking 2 months in,
I don't do
or
that.
no, I know. I'm just
Right.
saying, like, as an example, like, but they're not in love with them, and then as a woman, they would take it as like, oh, he's in love with me, and it's like that. I feel like people shouldn't do that.
Right,
I agree. And vice versa too.
But here's the thing: what's fucked up though is like if you an honest dude, and you like, yo, I ain't telling no lies. So you come at her like this. She tells you, I love you, and then you go, thanks.
Thanks, thing. It's
That
like,
would be fucked
but you're
up.
not lying. Though.
Yeah, but I feel like you owe some kind of explanation. Don't like be like, oh, thanks, and just move on
Leave her
past the
hanging.
moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked up. But now you're right. If
You
you
know?
explain as to why you can't respond back yet,
Just be like, yo,
fine.
listen, like I'm not at that point yet,
That's the green
because
flag.
I gotta. Yeah, oh, yo, bars,
Yeah, that's
green
the
flag.
green flag right there. Because you're being super duper honest with the person. You're
Right.
Super duper honest.
Yeah, it ain't your responsibility, for how they feel when you give them the truth.
Bingo bongo.
So Doug, you ever had like a incident where you like told a woman something that you weren't feeling, and then like, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a lie, but like you ever had something like a situation like that?
No, I had that experience where she said it to me, and I hesitated in the moment, which felt fucked up just because I could see the look on her face.
Yeah.
And I didn't say it, and we stayed together for, and probably like another 4 or 5 months after that. And I could tell she was trying to force it, and I couldn't do it. Like, I echo that same thing. Like, I liked her a lot, and I loved her as a person. Her whole family, they were great, but I wasn't in love with her, so I never did say it. And I felt bad, for letting it go on, because I knew she wanted more than I did, and she did love me in that way. So I ended up ending it probably, like I said, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 months after that. I ended up ending it just for that reason. I wasn't in love with her, which I don't know. That was probably the first time I was that honest, because I could tell it was really, I don't know. It definitely broke her heart, and it hurt, but it hurt to do it, but it was the right thing.
Yeah, sometimes the hardest thing is the right thing to do.
Could you see yourself ever getting to that level though?
With her,
Yes.
I don't. With me, I don't. I know. Like, I've heard other people say, they kind of learn to fall in love with the person in that way, but I don't know. If I don't feel it, I don't feel it.
Yeah, I think it's settling.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, the thing is though too, like I feel like that shit is gonna eventually surface again. Like if you feel like you forcing it,
Yeah.
it's like, yo, you're gonna fucking end up, I don't know, like being resentful because like you fucking, all right, so you're in this state where you like, all right, I forced it, I got to this point, I'm in love, or at least you're tricking yourself that you're in love. And it's like, then that shit's gonna wear off, bro. Because the thing is, like, as people, we fucking suck. We all got bad habits, man. We got shit that annoys each other, and it's like you can't just pretend, all day, every day, man. Eventually, like that person that you were like unsure about, they're still there. You know what I mean? And then that shit is just like the blinder's gonna come back off, and then you're gonna be like, divorce or fucking breaking up,
word.
or killing a motherfucker just because they.
Yeah, and I think they'll sense it too. They know if you're really not feeling it, and they'll become resentful and bitter, and and they might end up cheating on you, or doing something like that just to kind of get revenge. So yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
women have that high intuition, man.
For real.
They're able to sense that shit.
Like they'll know, like the show I'm watching, the girl was basically she's basically arguing with her husband because they ain't fucking like 2 months or some shit. And he was just going through it, and they ended up having sex, and she was like, this is a relief because I thought you didn't find me attractive anymore. And she was starting to get attention from this other dude. And I have my whatever with that, but
So let's dive into that. Like, is sex important? I mean, I know as men, I know that's a dumb question, right? I mean, obviously, yes, right? But it's like, is too much a bad thing?
It depends on you two. But this is my thing. This is like communication is key. If you are trying to woo a girl and date her, you need to know what she likes and what she don't like. If she's trying to fuck all the time, you need to know that shit going in. If she's like a 3 times a week type of person, you need to know that going in. But you'll never know if you don't ask.
True.
That's why you got to go into these dates with like 100 and some questions, man.
For real. Like,
Gotta ask them.
It's a job interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're looking for a suitable applicant, for your fucking job, man.
All right.
Fill this position.
my boy said that like marriage is a business. No bullshit.
Fact.
If you let's say you were running a company right now and you ended up going into a coma and you're married, you have to know that while in that coma for a month, your wife is out here holding it down and your shit don't go under.
I need the Wi-Fi password.
Like some people are getting, don't get me wrong, like the love shit, that shit is cool. The lovey-dovey shit, the honeymoon phase, Google Gaga shit, that shit is amazing.
Yeah.
But once that shit wears the fuck off and you waking up next to the nigga and he farting and it stink, like real life is gonna happen now. You have to realize, hey, once it's all said and done, my saggy ass tees are to the floor his dick don't work no more. Can I, can I have a 3-hour conversation with this dude and still be intrigued with him?
See, that's the thing. I like the realness. You know, a lot of the part I can't wrap my head around, and I might be alone on this one, and that's okay. Is like where you have a lot of women with like breast implants and fucking lip injections, all that shit like that. You know, and some of them they look good. You know, I give them that, but other ones I'm like, yeah, man, total clowns. And now we got the thing with the fake eyelashes and all that shit like that. I'm like, yo, I just like, yo, to me, yo, if you're naturally just pretty, like that, don't fucking put anything else on.
Right.
Like you're making yourself look worse, man.
PSA.
Yo,
10,000
you're making yourself look worse.
Amen, bro. This is a PSA. Natural ladies that are still out there. We love you and we love the way you look. You
Facts.
don't gotta get surgeries or none. I'm gonna do a highlighter right now. My girlfriend's sister is naturally beautiful, bro. She don't need no makeup. Her hair has mad volume and shit. She looks great. She can wake up and look good. She's naturally beautiful. She don't need to do nothing. There are women out there like this that don't know they're like this, and they're like, I need to do this or that, and it's like, nigga, oh, bro, just
Seriously.
stay how you
You know,
are.
I'm gonna make another point. I like a little sag.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I think I'm there with you.
I appreciate you.
You know, I think it's just all it comes down to preference, man. You know, some niggas like rock tits.
Yo, I mean, and that shit to me is bizarre. You know what I mean? The thing is, as a teenager, I'm like, yo, I was all for that because obviously it was natural back then, you know. But it's like as you get older, it's like, yo, I don't know, man. There's just something about like, I don't know, something sexy about like as a woman matures, like in getting older, like to me, it's fucking sexy,
Word,
you know.
word.
And I'm like, yo, you could even wear sweatpants. I don't give a fuck. You know, you wear sweatpants and a fucking baggy t-shirt or something like that. I'm like, yo, you look hot.
So you don't mind if a girl got a little sag in the back?
Yo, I like a sag in the back,
Like
sag in the
that.
front, sag on your face. I don't care. Let gravity do its thing, man. I mean,
Naggy.
the thing that really pisses me off is Botox, you know, and all these.
Disgusting.
It look fucking weird. You know,
Word.
I saw Jennifer Aniston on a commercial. I'm like, yo, your face ain't moving.
Dude, that's
What's with you?
the
I'm
thing
just
with
saying.
that too is like the older you get, the weirder that shit starts to look. Because there's people I know in their early 30s that are already doing Botox, and they can kind of pull it off because the rest of their body, still looks pretty young. But once you get into your 40s and 50s, and I would say you don't even look younger, you just look weird. But the older that you get and you do that Botox shit, you just look more and more strange. You're not looking younger. You're like these weird in between ages. I don't even know how to categorize it, but it doesn't look good at all.
Right.
Call him Matthew McConaughey's sag.
It's not natural. And it's like, you know who I blame? Granted, people are gonna do what they want to
Who you
do.
blame, Lauren?
I blame the clique that they with, bro. Like, let's say we were girls.
Nah, yo, that's fact.
pause,
That's fact.
and I started doing all this shit. If you guys don't check me over that, y'all don't love me.
Yup, it's that encouragement.
Word,
You know?
that encouragement. If you have a crew right now, because we know who looks good and who don't. Shorty, you look good, and your team is telling you, yeah, you know what, you should do that. Them niggas don't love you, bro.
What if they all doing it though? Like they all like, you know,
That's so fucked
Feeding
up.
off each other,
That's a plastic.
that
clip.
kind of shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So like
all.
it's like, you know, if one person's doing it, oh, you know,
It's still encouragement.
and
That's-
she's getting attention and whatnot.
But that's what happens in those circles, like where people are just like, "Oh, I need to do this," because like peer pressure is a bitch for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
they can't like have their own, they can't be their own person. You know, they can't stand alone. They're very scared to stand alone. So, you know,
Confidence is enough.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
confidence for sure.
I
Go
think
ahead,
that nails it. People around them not telling them the truth. I mean, I always think back to like in the late 80s, like men's hair transplants. You were basically like stapling grass onto your head. And the fact that any guy would like go get that done, it's like who the fuck is around you that's telling you that looks good? And the same thing with these. It's mostly women getting the Botox in their face. They all look like that moon face. Like who around them is telling them that looks good?
Word.
Or with the puffy cheeks and
Puffy
everything,
cheeks
shiny ass
Courtney
face.
Cox, like all
Dude, I was just about to bring up Courtney Cox. Go ahead.
Jada Pinkett, who was gonna if you look at her mother, who's like in her 70s, that woman's still gorgeous. Jada would have aged the same way, but she went and fucked her face up too.
That
Fact.
is true.
And it's like, for what? Like, yo, people don't realize, and I hate to be so negative, but like, yo, people don't give a fuck about you, bro. Like you get that shit, it's like, oh, she looks good. All right, now we're off to something being legal now. Like people don't give a fuck, bro.
Or
You're not. It's at the end of the day, I feel like people are lying to themselves when they're like, "No, I'm doing this for me. I want to." Like, nigga, no, you're not, bro.
yeah,
You can't avoid the inevitable. We're all gonna get old, saggy, and fucking die and rot, bro.
true.
Damn.
You cannot avoid
I
that
mean,
shit.
I mean,
I think
I
that's
ain't
why they
rocking
don't.
it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep myself preserved. Wrap myself in Reynolds wrap.
Yo, ain't Walt Disney preserved?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they
thing-
frozen the
fucking-
cryogenic shit.
Yeah.
That shit don't work.
I'm gonna melt that nigga
He
right
melting.
now.
He melting.
Word.
But yo, I'm glad you brought up Courtney Cox, man, because to me that's like the biggest fucking tragedy. Because I'm like, yo, I watch Friends all the time. I'm like, yo, she is gorgeous, and it's like to see her fucking like transition now, like she looks fucking terrible.
Really?
can't even recognize her. It's
She's
crazy.
Yeah, like yeah,
That's
yeah,
not her.
yeah. For our viewers, Google fucking
That's not her,
Courtney
bro.
Cox 2020 and fucking 1995 or some shit, you know, and look at the difference. It's a tragedy.
Crazy. And I think that's honestly the reason people
Like her
don't.
name, Dale.
Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I was saying, I think the reason like the inner circles don't speak up and tell their friends that, hey, that shit doesn't look good. I think it's insecurity about death and getting older. And so they're afraid of it themselves. And maybe they're considering doing the same type of surgery to try and hang on to that youth, which you can't hang on to, which is the law of nature. You can't. But I think that's why people don't speak up because they're afraid of it happening to them. And so they're like maybe keeping it as an option that maybe they'll get the surgery at some point.
Absolutely. So, like, would you guys ever date anybody that get like a surgery done, like electively, and not like
It depends. I had one of my exes got this. I don't think this counts. She got like breast reduction.
Okay, that
I
doesn't.
fuck with that. That was
Yeah,
cool.
that's-
You fuck with that? Dang.
I mean, no,
think that's a crime
no.
against
I
humanity.
did fuck with it because like I'm a titties dude, so I was kind of like tight. I
Right,
fuck
right.
with in the realm of she's not getting like Botox.
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
it's like a cool. I understand because of back problems and shit. So
Yeah,
that's why
I feel
fuck
like
with
yeah.
that.
I mean, that's an elective, yeah, but it's like more like she needed it.
But where did they stuff the rest of the? Where they stuff the titty?
I think they just take it out.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
put
think
it in a
a
trash bag.
Yo, bro, and
They throw it out in the dumpster.
give it to
They in the
Beethoven.
Them.
decorative
Go
pillows on the couch.
The dog. I thought you were talking about the musician. I'm
Nah,
like,
the dog.
why are you feeding Beethoven?
Fucking airbud.
Oh man.
But would I?
Yeah.
It depends. It depends. If she's
All right,
like
so-
addicted to that shit,
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
no,
yeah.
bro. Get the fuck out
All right,
of my
no,
face.
let's say not addicted.
Smash them.
So, well, right, well, yeah. Well, that goes without saying. I mean, we are men. No, he's not. I like to put my dick in things. All right, no, he's not. Nah, but if she... So, what do you want? All right, so get back on track too. So, like, let's just say like a lip injection, you know, some collagen,
Real quick, and that like
just to
one
make a
time,
fuller, yeah, one time,
One
fuller.
time?
for now. Once.
See, that's what I'm saying. Playing, bro.
Well, no, I
If it
don't
was-
think
if
your
she
level.
legit- If she did it one time,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. Once you do it, you have to
gotta
maintain
maintain,
that
yeah.
shit, bro.
Yep.
Say.
She maintain it. She worked.
You gotta
It's kind of
keep
like
doing
taking
it.
it's kind of like taking an old car and you start to restore it. You know, you replace the dash. Now that looks good, but it exposes the other parts that look old, and then it just becomes this.
Oh
It's
yeah.
changed.
I mean, really?
Great analogy. What?
I'll just say I don't know. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
I would think that you'd just be like, yeah.
It's
Because if you're
it's a-
fighting with it, then there's a lot of pros versus the cons. Then.
That's why I'm like, I don't know, bro. Because
So-
I'm big on like having confidence. If you're doing that, that means you're not really confident in yourself.
Nah, but what if it gives her confidence? And then, oh, I'm gonna add this.
Okay.
Then the sex gets better. Cause she's like, yo, I'm hot. I know this nigga wants
More confident and whatnot.
So like, I don't know.
And
If
then-
if it's just that, then
for
yeah.
starters.
So I'm gonna try to say, look, what if blah 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 wanted? All right, cool. Yes, I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
All right. And then she got the fuller lips now, and then she
Cool.
getting her confidence up, and yup, now she like, all right, my ass gotta get bigger.
And I gotta snip this roast beef between my legs.
Yo, ooh, yeah, I gotta shave this down. I gotta like, take a fucking nail file to it
Oh my god!
just to get that perfect bun.
Oh man.
The hot dogs in the bun.
You like the bun, Lauren?
I'm gotta put in my 2 weeks on there. So nah. See, that's the thing. That's the gateway for me. So
The
if we
leg-
went from that, and then 2 years later, babe, like my ass. Nah, bro, we gotta have a talk.
See, and that's tough though, because like 2 years later, you're invested already.
Yes.
I can easily dip, man. I'm not.
You'll pull your money out. No longer invested.
Withdraw. Like I'm not going through that shit. Cause then the butt and then the boobs and then it's just gonna keep. I feel like the relationship would become her having surgeries and not us.
Well, she's trying to probably maintain it for you because she sees that you're like.
My thing is, I would
You
never
looking.
ask you to.
Yeah,
I
but
would
she see you-
never.
She see you looking at the club though,
Yeah.
But look,
And
She'd be like, "Oh, you
some
like
women
that?"
do that?
and then she'd be like, "Yo, you want to take her home with us?"
so now we.
That's how confident she getting.
That's wild.
How you gonna leave that, Lauren?
Get fucking limp dick, being nervous.
Mm.
It's like nah.
I'm just trying to think of more shit.
So is there a red flag that sticks out more than the other ones for you, Jim?
I think confidence for me.
So like that, you could get by any other red flag, but if they don't have confidence, you're like, eh.
I mean, I think confidence is a big thing. I mean, there's so many things. Like even now, like I'm learning. You know what I mean? Like you have a going into a relationship. Obviously, you have a standard. And then over time, hopefully, you don't become more picky about shit, and then develop new standards. I don't know. Like, there's gonna be things obviously that you're like, I don't really like that. That she does that or whatever. But some things aren't like a big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I give you an example. Like, if okay, I like the toilet paper roll to come at the bottom instead of the top.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that. That shouldn't be a fight.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, you a man. All right. If she wants it one way, yo, just let her have it.
Right.
You don't fight over that shit because it don't even matter. Or you could flip it while you in there and use it. You know what I mean?
Right. Actually, just
And then
doing it.
and then put it back
Yeah.
when you're done. You could go through the hassle of that fucking bullshit. So, but yeah, it's like some stuff is not a fight. You know what I mean? And like in your next relationship, like let's say hypothetically it ends or whatever, your current relationship ends, then you go into a new relationship. Is that something that you're gonna ask on a first date? Do you flip the toilet paper? Fucking bitch.
Because
You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. Is like, yeah, that's not something that you should, fucking make a red flag. But for me, a big red flag is like something that I guess I don't, I don't like the whole family thing, like where you have to like my family in order to be with me kind of thing. And I know it's important to a lot of people.
that's big for people.
No, I know it's big. It's
Sure.
big. But the thing is, I'm like, yo, I'm dating you though. So let's say you a couple years in, 2-3 years in, and it's like, all right, you about to meet their family because you're like super, fucking, you're both guarded. You're like, yo, I don't want to introduce this dude to my father or my mother because I don't know yet. You know what I mean? And I've been, through the ringer so many times, I'm not trying to, jump the shark on this one. So it's like, to me, it's like you're already like 2-3 years in, and then like, you finally meet their parents, and then I don't get along, because they racist or something along those lines. I mean, it doesn't have to be that, but you just don't get along.
Right,
Let's say
right.
you guys got different ways or whatever. She shouldn't want to break up with you just because of that. It's like you gotta I feel like there should be like a compromise where it's like, yo, listen, I'm dating you. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get along with your family. And then on the flip side, I'm not asking you to get along with my family.
Right.
Uh,
What'd you say about that, Doug? What about
Is family important?
That's it's funny. My view on that's kind of changed over the years. I was more in line with what Kashawn just said for most of my life. Like I didn't really require it, like, hey, you gotta get along with my family. I'm not like super close with my family where like some people where they're around them, 5 days a week, but it's become more important to me. So I would say like I don't if the girl I'm dating didn't like my family, I would definitely still ask like, all right, well, look, can you just fake it for like a day? We're talking, 8 hours out of one day, a couple times a year. Like that would be important. Like if they weren't even willing to compromise on it, that would be a big red flag. So I would again, they wouldn't have to be like 100% on board with like every single time I hung out with my family, but if they weren't willing to compromise a bit and just again, even if they had to fake it, they weren't willing to do that.
Fake it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Nah,
So
fuck
so
that.
if my mother made pizza rolls, you got to eat the pizza rolls type of thing.
Mm. Even though shits are burnt because she can't cook.
That ass. No, I agree with both of y'all.
Damn.
Being honest, I'm in the middle. Like I know a situation right now with somebody I know. They don't get along with the significant other's parents, but like they make it work, and that's what matters. She'll go over there, blah blah blah, but on the low, she don't fuck with them niggas, and they don't fuck with her.
Yeah,
That's
so-
okay though.
See, and that's the thing, though. I feel like, if they both know they don't fuck with each other, then why fake it?
Word.
I mean, you ain't gonna argue,
Yeah,
but it's
it-
just like, don't say hi to me, nigga. I hate you.
Like they keep. It's not to the point where she's like, I don't want her in my house. It's just like a
Yeah, that's
hi, how you doing? That's the only small talk we really need.
Oh, that's
There's nothing
good.
more
That's
to
good.
say.
I like that. I like that.
Word.
Just be cordial,
Cordial,
for the
boom.
for the sake of the relationship,
Cordial.
because you dating my son or
Ain't
something
my
like
fault.
that.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I like that.
I got a question for y'all
Bet.
because a lot of people don't agree with me with this.
I
Let's
agree.
say
I
you're
agree
married.
already.
Okay, I love you too. You're married. Your wife dies. Would you look to remarry or not?
I agree.
Mm.
I'll just say probably it depends on the moment, man.
All right.
Yeah, like how much time are we talking?
Doesn't,
In the-
doesn't matter at all.
Oh, just in
10
general.
years, 20
like,
years,
would you-
doesn't matter. Would
Doug-
you,
Doug,
would
what do
you
you got?
remarry?
Would I remarry? I'd still be open to it, but I would say if I had to give a yes or no, I'd say no.
Why?
I don't think it's
Put the pressure on him.
no, that's good. It's good. I mean, personally, I don't think it's required. You can have, and I hate to put it this way, but it's true. It's like it's a piece of paper. Now it can symbolize something, for people. So it means what you want it to mean, but technically it's just a piece of paper, and you don't need that to have everything else that comes along with a marriage. You can have all the benefits of it. It's if it's important to people because it symbolizes something, I get that. But to me, I don't. It wouldn't be necessary. I could do without it in the next relationship.
Oh, so I didn't know that was I thought you meant like not be in a relationship at all.
Oh,
You
no.
You
I'm
meant
just saying
get
married.
married again.
Get married again. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, I ain't getting married. I didn't know. I misunderstood the
Word,
question.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So the reason why I wouldn't, so I feel like even if I had like got a divorce, not even that she died, but even if I got a divorce, I wouldn't remarry because when you marry somebody, that's like you're telling them that's the end all be all.
Oh, you taking those vows real serious.
For real. Like I
Right,
take
right.
that shit serious. You are saying this. This is like a verbal contract. You giving me your word. Even if we don't work out, how the fuck do I look going to the next person? Hey, I mean this till death do us part. It's like hypocritical to me. I wouldn't be able to do that shit, especially if I was married to someone, we were completely in love, got married, and then she dies, and then like what, 10 years later, it doesn't even matter. I meet another person and say the same things I just said to my dead wife. That's hypocritical to me. I couldn't do that shit.
But what
Me
if
personally,
Jesus asked you to?
and we gonna have to meet a middle ground. But
Episode-
until then,
I was gonna say episode 3. You said you don't take things serious.
that's a fact. But
I remember that.
with this, so you should know that
Nah,
I'm serious.
nah, I
with
got
this,
you. I
then,
got you.
If I say I don't take things serious and I'm taking this serious, that means I take it serious.
There you go.
real, for real.
Everybody listening, Lauren takes marriage extremely serious.
OD.
So, Doug, is there like a huge red flag that you, I guess, can't let slide as opposed to other ones?
Yeah, now, like knowing what I know now, like in past relationships, what I went through, I would say, um, if you know what you want in a relationship, let's say you've been dating somebody and you know, you're committed, you know, you're not seeing other people, and then you make very clear what you want out of the relationship, and the response that you get is kind of vague, non-committal type answers.
Yeah.
That to me, I would bounce.
Mhm.
That to me is just people. You know, they're telling you who they are, and you should believe them. You know.
Right.
Facts. Especially at our age now, it's like this ain't no college shit anymore.
Nah,
Like,
that's true, man. That's
we
true.
grown. Uncle Sam been taking my money for decades now, man.
You guys think it's a red flag, like when your girl or whatever is bringing up her exes all the time, or no, or
It-
comparing you or something like that?
Oh,
That comparing, yes, red flag. Bringing up all the time, red flag.
How about every now and then,
Depends on.
once a year?
Then no.
I mean, I think it just shows that, you know, it's something that you gotta either find you know, she obviously is going back for a reason. You
Something
know, bringing them up.
unresolved.
Yeah, absolutely. So you gotta either try to come to a medium or figure out a way to get over that and solve the issue that she's having. You know what I'm saying?
I know you were asking vague, but
Yeah.
I think about me. I bring up my exes, but in the light where, like, if my current girlfriend were to do something,
Yeah,
and then she like is like, I'll say it like that. I'll give an example.
but
If I were to take an action that I know in a past relationship, that person would have got mad. When my current girlfriend doesn't get mad, I'll be like, yo, thank you, because so and so back in the day would have got tight at this.
right,
shit.
right.
So I'll bring up examples like that, but to bring up like my ex to talk about, I'm like, nah.
But no, but that's a prime example of what I meant though. Like
Oh, okay.
using it as a comparison or contrasting between you and the previous person for good or bad.
Oh, okay. So I guess I was hypocritical then. And I mean, in that case, it's like the past is a past, yes, but the past is still there. I know for a fact that back in the day, I was going through this, that, and the third. And now you don't put me through that shit at all. I'm giving you kudos for that shit. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, thank you for
Like a
not
blessing.
Yeah, like you are a blessing to my life because this nigga back in the day used to, oh my God. But yeah, shit like that.
Mm.
But if I'm not gonna sit here and say, yo, my ex's riding game is crazy, you need to do this. Like, bro, that's relaxed. Easy. Why don't you give me head like her?
Put this cowboy hat on.
Word.
Tell me to act like a man.
Oh
So,
man, that's
Have
funny.
you guys got any relationships that you look back on and wish they would have worked?
Oh man, you trying to get me in trouble?
Nah, I got so I'm definitely I'm I there I'm gonna give you two answers. There's relationships I look back on and wish I didn't date that person, but I wish we were
Yes.
friends instead because we would have been so much better as friends than dating.
This nigga stealing my answer.
Lauren gonna
I'm
be able to sleep in the bed tonight.
No, I mean I agree with that, except the friends part. I wish
Oh,
I
you wish you never dated him.
Yeah,
Oh, and
all like never
Never
even
met?
had a conversation.
Oh,
with her.
shit.
Yeah, bro.
yeah, nah, I'm not like that
Just-
because there's
I know
yo.
there's lessons to be learned and everything, and it
Well,
makes you
yeah.
into who you are today.
Word, yeah.
I understand that, but like, fuck
You
that.
said fuck that shit.
Yo, there's things. No, because the thing is, already. So for this particular one, like, I was already through the fire with a previous engagement, and then jumped into that shit, and that didn't do me any justice. Because the thing is, it's like, yo, I believed in you. I thought that you were gonna be legit and cool. And I told you, see, and this is the thing too. I told you what I've already been through.
Mhm.
And then you fucking betrayed me on the same type of shit, you know? Close.
Did
Not
I-
the same, but
Did y'all have sex before you told her that?
oh no, I'm saying this is
Oh,
after the fact
I was about to
everything went
say.
down. Yeah.
Cause you know shit be romanticized after you got done doing something good or the conversation was good. And they like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, I'm particularly upfront with everything. Like I just be like, yo, this is what I've been through. And that could be a fucking red flag for women also you know, because they be like, oh, he's fucking crazy or some shit like that because he's spilling everything to me right up front. It's like, nah, man, I'm just trying to get shit out of the way.
Word.
You're wasting my time. You know, I don't want to waste time.
You ain't
know?
surprised.
Boom.
Nah,
So-
that's a big thing.
And I'll try to tell him, yo, I got fucking what is it?
PTSD.
Yo, I got PTSD. No, I'm just kidding. No, I got fucking verbal diarrhea where it's just like honest diarrhea where like I just can't fucking yo to lie, it takes too much energy. You know,
Facts.
and then like fucking cover shit up and fucking play, Metal Gear Solid all day. It's like, nah, man, I ain't hiding behind crates, ducking her like when I'm supposed to be at work. Doesn't make any sense. So
Word.
it's like, just be honest, man.
That's
That's
what
it.
I'm saying. That is key.
So-
Honesty.
If I'm honest up front, then you should be honest up front.
That's it.
And don't bring up niggas like halfway through the relationship and talk about we friends all of a sudden. It's
Word.
like, no, you're not. No, you're not. That fucking snake motherfucker. All right, let me stop.
Uh-oh. So going off what you're saying, yeah, I couldn't. Every person I dated, like, I don't regret dating them. It's just I wish we were friends instead.
Mhm.
But hoping that they would have worked out, I will say no, because a lot of the people that I dated in the past, not even being cocky or bold, they're just not on the level I'm on right now. Like they're just
But they're like a contribution to your level.
for sure.
Right.
They took a part in that and who I am today, which I am happy for.
Hmm.
But if to look now, if I was with them living that life that they're living, I would be fucking depressed. Like you know me, bro. I'm going here, I'm going there. I know this person, that person.
What if they matched it though? Like, they eventually, with your help, came on your level, helped them reach your level.
I would still say nah because of personality clashes. Oil and water, bro.
Mm.
Oil and water. Like the girl I'm dating now, y'all know, smooth, no problems. I don't remember the last time we argued. That's how good our
Damn.
is.
That's
In
good.
past relationships, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Domestic abuse.
I will say I'm cool with 90% of my exes. Like mature shit, we talked it out. It didn't work out, my nigga, but I wish you the best in life. And he said vice versa. Now if I saw him in the street, it wouldn't be fuck that bitch, fuck that nigga. Nah, it would be yo, how are you doing?
Strictly
With
platonic.
90%.
Damn.
There's probably like two that don't fuck with me, in which I get because being mature now, looking back, I was a dickhead, and I get why they wouldn't fuck with me. But the others, I apologize, and they fuck with me now. So salute to y'all.
What about you, Lemire? You got exes that you would be like, yo, fuck off.
Nah, I mean, for the most part, all my relationships were good. I was just always the person. I was just like, man, it's not you, it's me. You know that fucking cliche.
And they
shit.
accepted that.
Is it cliche though?
Nah, you know what? It actually
It
is
is
because it was me. Though.
legit excuse,
It was
bro.
it was me. You know what I'm saying? And
They
mostly,
thought it was bullshit at the time, though.
They think it's
yo,
bullshit.
word.
The words behind that, it's not you, it's me. That shit is real to me. That's not an excuse.
But then, I look at it as like, was I willing to work on things though? You know what I'm saying? Or did I just want to be this guy that I was being that, that sometimes caused the rift in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times the girls were cool and whatnot, and the relationships were pretty cool. But at that time, I just wasn't, I guess, ready,
Word.
You see all this ass out here?
That's a fact. We young, like, I don't know. Well, we're young at
Nah,
that time.
he's still young.
Yeah, we're still young, but we're more mature now.
Yeah.
18-year-old me compared to now, like, I probably wouldn't even hang out with that nigga, man. He would get on my nerves.
Yo,
It's about you got to secure now, man. You getting, up, we all getting up there in age. Yeah, we still young, but it's about, having some sort of security now.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And being with somebody that's gonna provide the happiness in your life. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the opposite. You don't want to die of a heart attack early, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be stressed out early.
That's the realest shit I heard today.
Yo, you gotta have internal peace and outer peace to have eternal peace.
Ooh.
bars.
Yo, Buddha.
No, that was fire though.
So how about like disrespect? Is that, I mean, I know this is like some obvious shit, but like, is that a red flag for y'all? Like, if y'all arguing, you know, if when you do argue, you know, like, and they come out for fucking, you know, your throat, you know what I mean?
shit. That's it.
Like they insulting your fucking your family, they
Yeah,
insulting you, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like should that be tolerated? I'm gonna start with Doug.
Absolutely not. Oh, go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I mean that's insecurity coming out. It's hard not to react to it immediately because you want to defend yourself.
Right.
But understand. So I would actually, let me preface it with, yes, that's a huge red flag, and that's a red flag of insecurity. And if they do that in a fight, that level of insecurity where they can't stay on topic, they're going to start insulting your character or your family, getting off topic. That's going to bleed into other areas of life too, because that's deep-seated insecurity. So that's definitely a big red flag to me.
I agree.
How about like if you guys are just playing though, like, you know? no, I'm saying, like, if she turn it up a notch, you know, she just like, you got a big ass head, nigga. Like, would you just be like, oh, that's cute, my girl got jokes?
Yeah, that I like, actually. That kind of
Nice.
Yeah.
A little
You gotta-
playful.
You got to
Function.
match fire with fire, man.
So that is not a red flag then. Like,
I guess
That's-
it depends on the climate of the conversation.
For
right,
sure.
the climate.
Like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me I only date you for your money. Your dick is really little during an argument,
Yeah,
and
that's,
then the next day be like, "I'm sorry." Like, no.
Yo, joke's on you. I nutted. Seriously.
Little penises.
that's cool though. I mean, it's cool to have a little dick.
No, I'm some little dick niggas. No homo.
Yo,
man.
being a sausage.
There's hope for you niggas, man. I'm telling you. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Crypto.
Yo. Yeah, I mean, yo, when you got money, it's
It is what it is.
nobody will fault your penis.
Yo,
You
you,
hope
for
could,
y'all.
you could go both ways. What about you? The answer to your question.
My own question.
Yeah.
Oh, I like a little playfulness.
Word.
Sometimes, you know what's really fucked up though, man, is like as much as I hate saying it, is like, I'm also in a relationship, you know, where we're not arguing. Like, we don't argue. And there's a sick side of me that's like, I wish we would fucking argue. Which is fucked up. You know, I don't start shit though, you know, like to you know, and that's a thing though, is like, have that self-control to be like, you know, because the thing is, then I become the shit that I hate, you know, because I know in past relationships, I know damn well, you know, because when you have insight and then, like, you know, you're self-aware,
Yeah.
you can pick up when somebody is like blatantly picking a fight with you, you know what I mean, just to do it. Because
Absolutely.
they're either, for whatever reason, they're bored or they're fucking, you know.
Don't make sense.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
like
what
I
people
said,
get that about people.
but-
Why would you?
sometimes you like to see shit burn. I don't know why.
Oh man, I'm thinking of all the arguments I used to have with one of my exes, bro, and to not have to deal with that. I'm just like, life is good. son.
But that's the thing that's fucked up, is that, like, there's a part of me that's like, you know, like, needs to feed that and wants to feed that. And I think, no, I know it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And I'm trying to understand it myself. It's like, what is it? Is it I'm not doing enough in life? Am I not, like, you know, what's it called? Like, I don't have enough hobbies or something like that? Am I not, you know, getting a certain type of energy out? Maybe I don't work out enough. Maybe I don't work out at all. I mean, it could be that, you know what I mean? And then you have this pent up aggression that you want to lay out on people, and, you know. But anyway,
But also, sometimes for people, you know, it's a thing that's commonplace for them. So them being out of their comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, sort of has them like, you know, where is it at? You know, and then they get uneasy about it. You know what I'm saying? So they look for it. Like people with, you know, that get into these relationships and they have the drama, you know what I'm saying? They look for it in other relationships. So if they get into a relationship with somebody and that person is not bringing the drama, they like, this is odd, you know?
and then they have like that internal struggle with themselves, and they're like getting more fucking frustrated because
Right.
they're not getting that out and having this habitual fucking, I guess, ritual, you know, where they're fucking, you know, laying into people. But yeah, I like a little playfulness.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
So is it play fighting or just a little, or like,
From the top rope, elbow drop.
yeah, that shit?
No, I mean, what, do I like it, or is it currently happening?
Do you like it? Like,
Oh, I do like. I mean, it goes both ways. I don't know. Sometimes I like. Here's the thing. I like the peace
Yeah.
overall. You know, in a relationship overall, I love the peace. But the thing is like sometimes, you gotta. I don't know, man. It's fucked up because it's like you need to like. I don't know. You gotta fight it out
I
sometimes.
think I kind of understand that. I mean, although I think it was Lemire that just said something like I think is also very true, that if you were kind of raised in that environment, like I definitely was. I was raised in super hostile type household where arguing was just the norm. So I'm sure girls I've dated, if that was a red flag for them. Like I argue and a lot of times over stupid bullshit. But on the flip side, you grow through arguments, and sometimes that's the only way to work things out. And I mean, if you're with someone where you're lucky enough to not have to argue, it might actually mean you lucked out and you've got someone who you're just both on the same page with a lot, and that's awesome.
Facts.
But at the same time too, it's, you know, if you're in a relationship where you're arguing, and of course there's levels to it. If you're arguing all the time, that's a problem. But if you're arguing and you're moving past those arguments, they don't reoccur, then that's a good sign. It means it's healthy. You know, you're kind of have to go through the strife to get to the success, you know?
I agree.
absolutely.
That.
Yeah, because some things can't be just like talked out like in a peaceful manner. Sometimes you gotta throw plays.
get
No,
emotional.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just joking about the
Far
play throw.
left.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
so so play fighting is the go sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want to like do a pillow fight or something like that, or you know, tickle them till they want to fucking pass out.
So if you came home and you standing by the door
She punched me in the face.
and you got this letter off your door, and the letter read, you know, you being evicted, and you reading it to her. Come up and she hits you in your sack. It say open sack.
Yeah, be down with that.
Yo,
I'd actually squat into it.
nigga like pain. Hit me.
Yeah, oh, maybe that's something, some kind of like traumatic thing, you know, because of all the, you know, previous relationships or whatever. You know, it might be something ingrained in my psyche, you know, in my psyche, you know, where I need to get open sacked.
Yo, there was this kid back in the day in high school, bro. After lunch, he would just, and like you didn't want to make eye contact with him because you knew what he was about, bro. He was either gonna tap your nuts or do the rhino shit where you like get in their ass and just grab them. What? So, bro, I was in the locker one time.
Hold on.
Yo, big pause.
Hold on.
Big pause, bro.
Hold on.
I never heard of this rhino shit.
Mad hood, though. He was mad hood. Like you wouldn't fuck with him. You might know him too. I'll say his name after. Ugh.
Hold
But,
on.
so like I'm at my locker and I'm like, I hear this nigga coming, bro. So I got my shit like this, scrambling, trying to get to fucking
Debo music playing.
Spanish Street. And I just hear Rhino, and I'm like, yes. And I see this white boy in pain because he's just like,
What the fuck?
I was so happy I wasn't a victim, man. So whenever I hear like open sack, it's like trauma for me because that nigga terrorizing us.
Damn.
He was like he wasn't a bully, but it's like you wouldn't fuck with him.
What the fuck?
So when he does rhino, is he putting his finger up your
Nah,
ass?
he's like right, like he like goes up your like I don't know how to explain. I'd have to do it,
Up your
So-
but I'm not doing that.
back
Would
your
it-
kneecap?
So would it be a red flag if he smelled his fingers after?
That would be good. Like, I'll probably go to the principal at that point.
It's like Morgan Freeman and Lean On Me giving people rhinos.
Rhino.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Oh,
That part was so funny to me,
man.
man.
Sam's
Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke
Sam.
took his hat off his head.
that ass.
Gave it to him. So,
Sam's.
who the fuck is digging in someone's ass?
I'm gonna say his name. I feel like you know him, bro.
Oh, don't do
You
it.
could cut this part out. So
Oh
this is
my
a-
god.
Sean's gonna cut this part out starting.
Wait, was this at Albany High?
Nah, I went to LaSalle.
Oh shit.
Trouble.
Is that
kids.
all boys? Or?
Yeah, that's all boy.
For trouble
That was
kids.
fucking. That was like the rich kids
Go
fucking
ahead.
school. Is that in Troy?
What you say?
Is that in Troy?
Yeah, next to Hudson Valley.
Yeah, that was like the rich kid school.
Yeah, I almost got kicked out a few times because my mom couldn't afford the tuition, so my grandpa had to. I mean, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, you're right though.
We have time. It's like,
Word.
oh man.
So what is it called when you do open sack and rhino at the same time?
Fucking molestation. I don't know.
Open rhino.
Open rhino.
Rhino.
Facts.
Rhinoplasty.
We used to koofy smack niggas. High school was fun looking back. Koofy.
I don't know. They ain't play that rhino dick and ball shit.
I used to so Dante would do that shit. Oh, you got cut out too. But I would do when we came back from like lunch, I would just be like screaming mad loud past classes and then haul ass. Shit was funny as hell.
Is it a red flag to go to school?
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say lack of ambition. Like you feel like, I mean, we touched on it lightly, but like, is that something that's like a deal breaker for y'all? Like, if your significant other is like not ambitious, like she just want to sit and fucking in the house all day and just fucking
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
eat Cheetos.
You can't. That's like, wow. If you want someone like that, cool.
Right.
But if
Yeah.
you're not, bro, hell no, I'm not dating someone. That's
Yeah, I was just
lazy.
gonna say, what if that the person that deems it a red flag is that way?
Oh,
You know?
yo, that'd be crazy.
Wow.
That would be crazy.
Like you'd be like, yo, stop copying off me.
Yo, word.
I'm lazy.
Stop getting along.
Yeah,
How about you, Doug?
Yeah, I mean, I never gave that much thought in the past, but when I met my wife, I realized how much I liked it because she's probably the first girl I ever dated that's got a hobby that really takes up a ton of her time. She's horseback rider and does all kinds of different events and shit like that. And I didn't grow up around farm animals and shit, so it was a whole new world to me. But she.
Right.
To watch her, like, especially like in the wintertime up here, like I live way up in northern Vermont and, super, super cold, obviously. I mean, not that different from Albany, but like just in the wintertime, it'll be -10 and she's going over to the barn, 4 or 5 nights a week to, take care of the horse and ride it. Cause you have to actually, continually ride them to keep them in shape. So it's actually like motivating to me how involved she is. And I mean, come the weekends, that's what she does. I don't have to worry about, her relying on me to entertain. So yeah, that's actually at this point, like if I was back out dating, yeah, that would be a red flag. If the girl had, no hobbies, no ambition, big red flag.
So that's becoming like a necessity for you now.
Benefit.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. It's attractive to be around.
And also unlimited jerk off time.
Hey, so you busy in the barn? I'm busy on my meat.
I'm taking care of the chicken.
Gotta spank my monkey.
All right. So what's some stuff, like some red flags that you have within yourself that you would be like, I wouldn't be cool with your significant other having that. You guys got anything like that?
Like,
So like, all right, I know like we love playing video games.
oh right.
So like would you be upset if your girl was just like, nah, I ain't fucking, like you wanted to go do something. She's like, nah, let me finish this level, and then and then 3 hours later, I still ain't leave because I can't pause it.
Fucking Returnal.
So would y'all be not cool with that, or y'all be like,
Nah.
what, you would encourage it?
That's cool because I know I do it.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I do that same. All right. Oh, you want to watch this last episode? I'll be on the, doing what I do.
Mm.
Trying to think for me, I don't know.
Unless they doing heroin and they like, yo, I
Hey,
got this
Joe.
one last.
You do heroin?
Yeah, I got this one last
Let me
needle I need to use.
I got a good vein right now. Don't fuck this up for me.
Things is jumping. I don't know. I'm very like stubborn sometimes. I can't say I wouldn't want that much significant other though. I don't know. That's hard. That's a hard question.
What if she like wants to like travel when you don't want to travel?
That'd be annoying as fuck. Like you just trying to chill.
Yeah.
Like grocery shopping. You just trying to
Yeah.
run to grocery shop. Like nigga, no.
We don't need food right now.
Word.
Yeah, word. And you just got a pack of oodles and noodles.
That's how bad you don't
Peanut
want to
butter.
go.
Like, yo, you could fucking make a makeshift meal out here. Cut up them Slim Jims in your cabinet, put them in some oodles and noodles, man.
Doug, you got anything?
Yeah, probably arguing over just bullshit. Taking little things too seriously, which I definitely do. I couldn't put up with that.
So, quick question, Doug. If you were in, your girl just came out the bathroom and then it was a little turd floating in there, is that an issue? Is that a red flag?
No, so wait, she came out and I go in and I see it floating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a continuous thing, though.
Little floaty.
Yeah, and there's like a little stain on the seat.
And she like, I forgot.
Oh man.
Okay.
I don't know about a red flag. Oh man. I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but it's something we need to discuss.
Like she ain't been potty trained properly.
Word.
Maybe I could come to an agreement and just be like, I got you. And you just flush it every time you go in there.
I forgot.
She be like, yo,
It's
you get that?
because there's no way she could blame it on me with my new plumbing. So
She be like, yo, can you just get that for me and stop making it an issue?
I thought you loved me.
And she like, we know it's not you.
Right.
No, I'm still on that I forgot bullshit, bro. It's crazy.
You just
You 3 years in. How you forget to flush? Fuck out of here.
Yo,
you got other shit to do.
niggas be on their cell phone all day,
You
man.
trying to rush to the next project.
Yo, nah, you not gonna take a dump in my crib and forget to flush 3 years in, my nigga. That's not fly, bro.
Yo, crypto.
I forgot. Yo. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
yeah, that's tough to get that picture out of your head once you see it, man.
Word.
I'm having flashbacks of like ex-girlfriends right now.
God.
When I see her face, I immediately picture her shit.
Hard stool.
So what if you're about to take place in doggy style and you can't open her ass because she ain't clean it good enough?
Oh,
Oh God.
Nah,
That's not a red
it
flag.
stink.
that's not a red flag.
That's not a red flag, but it's like not. How about those girls that don't believe in like deodorant and shit? Like
They out there, they exist.
Shit,
they're
there
not
you go.
even.
Oh, the French.
Oh shit!
No.
I forgot.
Cancel.
Nah, some people just don't have an odor sometimes, man. You know,
True. All right. So what if she like stink though?
if she stinks.
Yeah, and she's like very anti deodorant.
Yo, that's a green flag.
Like, who thinks like that? Like, how do you not know you stink?
Like I know Janae Aiko, she don't wear deodorant or shave or something like that, and it's like if you smell good, then okay, but if you got BO, like
But the other half of that equation is like, does she know that she stinks when she does stink? So
Perception.
that's the thing. It's like, my
I've
bad.
met girls that do know they stink, don't wear deodorant, but they think it's quote unquote natural, so you should like it.
And those are the girls I don't date.
That's where I run. Yeah.
like that shit over there.
Well, no, you're right. Perception, man. Like some people like the way gas smell, and some people don't. They say it
She
stink.
smelling my farts.
Oh, you talking about gasoline? Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
hard
oh,
gasoline.
But nah, but I mean,
cut that.
but I mean, like, you get. Yeah. Do you like?
I like the smell of gasoline. I know it's bad.
No,
for you,
I was
but-
gonna say you don't farts.
Yeah.
You
It
do?
depends. Like if I ate some shit and it's like raunchy OD, then nah.
Do you
But if
think
it's like a little?
you think it's like disrespectful to like fart like around people, like, or do you try to like go away from people when you fart or no?
The thing is, bro, this is gonna sound weird. I know when it's gonna stink and when it's not.
You're right. You
Oh.
customize your fart.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yo, not
Nah, I hear you.
customized, but there's times
Nah, I
like you just know. So if I know it's gonna stink, I'll like ease over. Sometimes buy somebody and they get blamed for it. But or if I know it's not gonna smell, I'll let that shit rock. I'm saying though, sometimes you gotta make a little stir.
So do you set up days like where you eat garlic And then you like, all right, I know this is gonna be a bad day. So then you
Nah.
lock yourself in a room.
Just inhale. Fucking ass.
Oh,
Oh man.
fucking doing whippets of your fart.
So you guys think it's a red flag, like if your spouse like demands your password to your phone or your email password, like they insist you give them that information.
As opposed to just letting them, like, as opposed to you giving them the permission to even just.
Opposed to not making it even an issue.
Mm.
I say, yeah. Like, why do you need to go through my shit? That insinuates that you don't trust me.
I mean, I let my,
You think-
my
My girl,
relationship.
like,
No,
Oh,
I'm
go ahead,
saying,
go
but
ahead.
she brings it up. It's not like you offer.
Oh,
This is what I'm saying.
I mean,
For
she'd
clarification.
be, so if she wanted to check some, she'd be like, "Yo, what's your password?"
She's like, yo, I want to check your email. I just want to check it.
I mean, I let her.
No. I'm asking, is that a red flag? bro?
Oh, nah.
That's not a red flag for you?
Nah, not to me.
So
unless
you-
it's the beginning. If it's the beginning, then I'm like,
but in through,
and through, I'm just like, all right.
because you got nothing hot. You're like,
Yeah, I really like. Yeah, my shit is clean. Even if there's somebody who's like to, try to engage in something, I 90, 100% of the time, decline it. But I don't really.
yeah, you have no reason.
Yeah, I'm an open book.
So to you, that's not a red flag.
No.
That's cool. I like that.
In the beginning, yeah, that's a little weird. I don't even know you like that.
Oh yeah,
word,
for sure,
word.
for sure.
I don't want you to have my Pornhub
Uh,
password.
I was gonna say, that's a red flag for me. That, like, for example, when you said let me look up what's your password. That's cool, fine, and now you know it, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you go out of your way, let me get your password. Can I go through this and this to try to find something? That means you don't trust me.
what if she asks you for your passport?
Passport?
Yeah, let me get your
Not getting
passport.
that shit either. Like,
And then just leave.
Yeah, and leave.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
to
no,
go to like London. Or
somebody
something.
getting shot. But
Mm.
but yeah, no.
So you trust her with your password, but not your passport.
Alright.
Okay. Doug, what you got?
Yeah, that would be a red flag, especially in the beginning. For me, I don't know. I feel like that's if they're that suspicious about you, it might be because that's something they're guilty of, and they're projecting a bit. Not always, but in my experience, super jealous and paranoid people like that. It's because they're guilty of the thing they're accusing you of. Because I mean, inherently, they're accusing you of something. If they're like the way you pitched it initially, Kashawn, where you're like they're super adamant, like give me your password and I want to look in your email. If they're like hyper like that, yeah, that to me is a red flag. They're probably guilty of doing the thing they're accusing you of.
Is it a red flag that your girl wants to watch Pornhub with you or porn with you, and not let you watch it by yourself?
I would say no. I mean, I know a lot of people that surprise me, couples that I know that do that, and I would never think these particular people would be into it. So that seems actually really common. I think it's way more common than people think. Yeah, if I was asked to do that, I wouldn't be a red flag. How about you?
I don't think it's pretty much an issue,
Yeah.
I get but I know some people, some people enjoy it and some people don't. They rather do it by themselves because it kind of gets a little awkward,
Yeah.
watching it with another person.
Yep.
Nigga, what? I'm breaking up with that nigga. That's weird. Like, you have to watch porn with me? Nah, bro. Don't get Mr. True. I'll do it, like, together.
Yeah.
But to have to? Nah.
So like, well, how about fuck it. So, how about like if have you ever had anybody who was like incapable of fucking apologizing, like anything like that? Like, is that a red flag to you?
Oh, absolutely. Because obviously you ain't learning. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn from people when they, especially if you're with somebody, you got to learn from them if they let you know that something is bothering them. It can say a lot about a particular person.
I agree. That's
I agree.
So, what are the positives that you take from, each of your failed past relationships?
That's I got if I were to pick one from each of the four, I would say If they can't compromise with you, it ain't gonna work.
That was a common issue.
Sort of, kind of. If they bring up, like I said before, a random dude 2 years down the line, you never heard of this nigga, she cheating. Out of nowhere, like, come on, dude. Some girls are crazy, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Crazy like how long?
Just like, bro, there was this one time, like, I'm not even gonna talk about it. And some people that you date, you aren't meant to be with that person. You're better as friends. Word.
Yo, it could just be a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just there for the, the time just to show you. It's a mirror, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then you're supposed to actually identify the issue, if it was an issue, But
Word.
it shows you a lot about yourself getting into these relationships with people and, it not working. Especially if it's a common thing in each of your relationships that you have.
Yeah, that's what I pull from it. I feel like it's just like it gives you that extra suit of armor,
Right.
like to prepare for the next thing. And then like I was saying earlier, your standards increase, like things that you won't tolerate for the next, relationship.
Right,
I feel
right,
like that's
absolutely.
what I take from previous, relationships.
It's non-negotiables, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? There's certain things that you can't move on. You can't, and that's just what it is. 'Cause
Right.
you set the standard for your relationships.
Yep.
And
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that. Like going into a relationship, like first dates, second date, third date, they're critical because like you said, you're setting the tone. You're telling them like, listen, this is what. Going back to the job, fucking interview, analogy. It's like, you're basically saying like, here's all the requirements for this job. The job is, being my mate, my lover, or whatever for X amount of time. And it's like, if you don't meet these standards, at least these, 5 or 10 things, you start getting crazy. Like once you start having like 30 fucking things you
Right,
won't
right.
bend on,
Yeah, that's-
but like, you got 5 things like, clean your ass, don't fucking cheat on me, and, don't smell like bubble gum underneath the table. So you're good,
right.
and just like share the chores with me, you're good. So but then as like I said earlier, as you go through the relationship, you start having these little things that
Like that you kind of nitpick at.
yeah, and that's the things you got to correct within yourself, it's like
Absolutely.
Understand that not everything's a fight.
Yeah,
know?
right. And
Yep.
everybody has those vices, because you yourself, have them.
Yup. And you ain't perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
So Doug, what you got? You gonna close this out?
Yeah, I would say, man, probably the 2 biggest things I've taken from, I don't know, 4 or 5 different relationships in the past is the little things that you do for each other, how much of a difference it can make just day to day for the positive. Keeping each other in mind. I remember just back, like, I call it like don't fuck over the next guy. So like, don't leave shit on the counter because, if you're living together, obviously, and you're not picking it up, she's going to have to pick it up. So just that little shit like that, keeping the other person in mind in little ways, that shit adds up and it makes a big difference. And the other thing I'd say I'd learned, and none of this was like verbalized in these relationships. It was things I learned sometimes after the relationship ended, or just in watching my partner, like, how they handled situations. But the second thing would just be just not arguing over bullshit, not making every little thing some severe topic that needs to get in, into some huge argument. That's what I learned for the better, taken into my future relationships. Those 2 things for sure.
Sweet.
Mukbang.
Pagan.
And pegging, that's super important.
Oh, shout out to
gonna say,
Doug,
man,
special guest Doug.
Last piece of advice, remember, when your dick don't work and when your titties sag into the ground, can't you have a 3-hour conversation with that person? At the end of the day, when the physical is gone, the mental will still be there.
Bada bang, bada boom.
Bada boom.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Doug for joining us again.
Absolutely.
Dog.
Shout out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yo, we definitely gotta do that again.
Dog.
Appreciate Lauren for that jewel.
Absolutely.
So Jewel,
Shout out to Jules.
or
Shout out to Cam.
free Cam, man.
Free Cam.
They got him held down. He doing a year and a day right now.